scenario here. Okay, like sort of highlights here, we are going to be going with Strategic Command, World War I, 1914, the March on Paris. Play the campaign. And we are playing with the, just because I have it installed, the Blue Max mod. So if you just install the base game, it won't look like this. This is with the Blue Max mod that only changes look and feel, but nothing else about the game. Okay, strategic advice. France is the main enemy in the West and must be defeated quickly. The much of our army is now mobilized, but some units remain to be deployed. Where will you deploy these? It will depend partly on whether you plan to violate the neutrality of Belgium, Luxembourg, or the Netherlands. Some guidance to help you decide your deployment in a moment. Okay. Decisive victory can be won by capturing all of Paris. A major victory would be won if you hold any one of the following sets of objectives. On the 10th of October, 1914. So these are 3 sets of objectives. All of Wipers, Dunkirk, Calais, Boulogne, Dieppe, or all of Verdun, Toul, Nancy, Reims, and Soissons, or any part of Paris. So decisive is all of Paris, or major is Paris. This next bit is important. Do not neglect the defense of the fatherland in your pursuit of victory. Once you have decided on your objectives, deploy all units accordingly as the war is about to begin. Note if you said, yeah, auto deploy. Well, we're going to just do the auto deploy. Because it sort of focuses history, and we're going to go down, go through Belgium as well. So we'll hit the auto yes. Now to let everyone know, I have played out the starting moves, first 4 or 5 or something like that, turns a few times here, trying to get this correct. So this, we can zoom out a little bit, get you your sort of starting layout on your objectives. Now, one thing that did throw me when I first started playing this is diplomacy is grayed out, which is fine. So to declare war, you need to come over here. I'm just not used to doing it in this fashion. Using the war maps, I'm used to using diplomacy window. So if you're not doing that, so we want to declare war on all of these guys. Okay, we're going to close that. We're not going after the Netherlands. That would just be an additional complication. And yes, the English will be coming in very soon. Okay, so we have that. Yeah, I guess we'll start down here on the bottom. Now, we have a detachment here. Okay, couple of things about this. This game is a divisional based game. Yes, you do have smaller detachments, I guess would be equivalent of brigade or whatever. And the turns are daily, not the usual sort of weekly turn setup. So that is something you need to keep in mind when you're playing. This is Strategic Command World War I is the game. Marauder. So that's what we're playing, but a sort of special scenario. So these are daily turns. One day, us, the next day, well, the Entente, but mostly the French. Okay, now we have to defend. We will be seeing, you will, if you play this, be seeing a very aggressive AI attacking into you here. And if you start losing cities, you will lose some national morale. So we have to watch that. So we want to come down here with you. We want to entrench. Let's get the objective. Well, let's add a no. Yeah, that looks good. We want to do that now. What we want to do is Altarich, or however you pronounce this. This town right at the start is unholdable, in my opinion. But we don't want them coming around through this southern way. So we're going to, this is a nice feature in this force march. It reduces morale down to 65, or reduces it by 65%. So basically we're having these guys march, march, march. We want to come down here, it uses up all of their action points and secures this. And we want it here because we want it behind the Rhine River. So that is an important element. And what is... this is, again, the Blue Max mod. This is the Blue Max mod. It is, I call it semi-official. You can find the link on the forum. So if you like this, there's 2 versions of it. You will be seeing the Belgian units without the Blue Max mod. Just be sort of standard looking units. So we have that. Now we're going to come here. We're going to do that. And these guys are going to come here. Now this is a new campaign set up by the devs, just released last week. Yes, Herbert's here. Good, you're one of the devs. So Herbert, pay attention to what he says, because if I get something wrong, he is the correct source of information here. I try not to. Okay. Yeah, we're going to race to here with... I'm going to maybe... Let's see about racing there with these guys. If I'm going to do it, might as well do it with the rearmost unit. Get that up, because these guys can come right to here, back them up, and he can come to here to hold the town. That will get that. These guys can come to here, get up there, and have enough action points. And yes, we want to do all 3 sides and rotate down like that. Yes, he gets the hard questions. I have been playing a lot of the regular strategic command. I'm currently on my YouTube channel. I'm doing both. One is an East Front first, keeping Belgium out of the war, even though the British come in. And the other is an attempt to take Paris, so on the regular strategic command. So I'm pretty familiar with the game, but any sort of details or something that I might be getting wrong, definitely look to him. Okay, and we want to, yeah, that's a good orientation setup. So we want to try to hold these as much as we can here. Now, they can move here, hold this. Not absolutely, okay. Some of these moves I know pretty well. So we're going to come up to here with this guy, and he's going to entrench. I don't hardly ever want to just use 2 sides, so it's mostly 3 sides I want to use. That's right. We're going to come to here. And we're going to, again, increase the number of sides and rotate hopefully in the correct direction. There we go. So that's there. Now, as you can see here, I think he can make it. Let's see. Yeah, he can make it. Get to the fort, hold the fort down. They'll be pretty good, even though they're a bit low on morale there, because we pushed really hard. Thank you very much. Thank you. I do try. So, we've got that. Those 2 should be able to hold for a while there if we can get a few more reinforcements up. I want to push to here. Take this. Yeah, I think that will be good. Yeah, let's force march to here. I may be overdoing the force march, but I'm not so sure that I am. He's going to come back and hold this town. As that as a major objective. I don't want to push too far, but we'll hold there. Yeah, he can get to the town and hold the town. Now, what we're also looking at doing is... Yeah, I think this will be the best method here. Hey, Frere Oakenshield, good to have you here. Thanks for the cheer. Looking at just to see, I think we want to come into here, push up to there. So basically we've taken out most of Belgium. How far can we get? We can get to here to hold north of there, which will keep that. Now down here, this is going to become, the French want to push in this area. So we want to make sure that we can get our forces up reasonably well. They can come down and hold here. Just looking at seeing which is the best to move to where to come and support. Like I say, I don't want to overstress using the force march. Again, the force march can only be used through territory you currently control, so you cannot force march into enemy territory, and that seems like a reasonable thing to me. You don't want to really, you know, you're going, you got to sort of have a fairly large confidence that it's sort of good to stay along the roads, railways for movement purposes. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We got sort of some pickets out holding some forward objectives that they're dug in reasonably well. These guys can be dug in. Oh yeah, there's definitely a race concept, especially wanting to get it done by the 10th of October. Now, we've declared war on Belgium. Okay, I know we can get here and we won't bump into anybody. Now, trick I sort of kind of figured out with this. Let's see what we can do here. Notice we captured that territory right to there. If we come back here with them, we can come right to here, force march to there. See, I'm trying to draw troops that are way in the back. No, I don't know exactly which troops I can use, so no, not him. Can he do it? No. Yes, he can do it there. So that's about as far as I'm going to push with. I don't know. Can we get across the river, march in? No, he won't. No, he won't get across the river and get up to there. So that's about as far as we can do that. Okay, now we're moving up the horse here. I would like to capture as much of this southern railway here to both supply us and cut off fast movement of enemy troops. Now along that goal and objective, let's we can get all the way to there very early in this stages. They can get to there. So that we have a significant pushing force this way. Yeah, I'd rather have them come up that way. So these guys are going to come here. Force march them. They can get all the way to here. These guys will just naturally march to there. We don't want to exhaust everybody. If we can help it. And we might as well move you up a little bit as well. Now we'll secure all of that territory. No, wrong button. Wrong button. This button. Don't know that we want to do that. Okay, well. We want to, because there is a stacking limitations on all of this, we have to keep that in mind with everything we're doing here. I really should move this horse division to here, but we'll move it to here just so a little bit closer, because we want to use those, the cavalry divisions, to exploit as deeply as we can into the enemy's rear. We're bringing all of those guys down. They can make it to here. Way back here. Might as well see how far we can get these guys up if we were to. No, not gonna use. Let's see if we can get him. Yeah, he can get to here. If we were to go, yeah, probably worth it just to get. I know just a little bit. This is probably worth it to get to here. Sometimes could more of these smaller scenarios like this. Boy, I hope so. I'm really enjoying this scenario. Like I say, I've not gotten past the opening moves, but it's really nice. So the more they do with this stuff, I would like. Just looking to see if there's anything more we can do, should do here. Okay, I want to make sure that any of these divisions that don't have no action or still have action points that are holding something, the horse division is going to move up. Okay, I think that is good for our opening move. We pushed in, taken out Luxembourg in its entirety. Okay, so there we go with that. Now we only have 50 MPP, so not much we can do with that at the moment. So let's end this turn. I'm not specifically sure how fast it recovers. It does recover. Okay, we're going to get a bunch of MPP. And I'm sure to some degrees it's conditional upon whether you're cut off or you've been attacked or, you know, other conditions. I'm sure there's some conditions, but I don't know if, say, if you just rested somewhere, what is the recovery rate on that. I'm sure there is one, but I don't know what it is. French morale boosted by Britain coming in. Yes, good. Within a few turns, especially if the unit is in good supply with, yeah, major HQ. Good to know. Okay, we got some artillery. You always want to place the artillery or any of the reinforcements on rail lines when they come in, because that can very much be a key element in the future as to what you can do here. Okay, so yeah, I don't like that about this. Come on, redraw this. Okay, so we're here now. We have the time here. What we're going to do is entrench these guys. Yeah, you're not going to get south of that, I don't think. So that's like a good pattern. We want to rotate that way, so because we're not really worried so much from south of Mulhausen. Yeah, probably not getting in between there. Now we have some French that showed up here. Maybe. Yeah, I think that would maybe be a good idea. I don't want to risk it. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to hit these guys to weaken them down fairly good. And we're going to swap these out. Now, I want to attack. That's just my tendency, but we can see we're not, I love this feature here, it's often needed. We're not entrenched, so I think we should be entrenched is more important than attacking that unit. And not enough action points to get back. Now I want to build a solid line here. So let's move, I think, up to there. Okay, they can entrench. Yeah, I don't know that they're going to get well behind us. Okay. So they're covering those flanks. Now, here, we're going to back off. Well, to here, I think. They're going to be entrenched there. Let's entrench these guys. And these here. So they're fairly well entrenched. Here, so we have a fairly good entrenchment there. Now what we want to also do is really, I can sure see that this would be a really popular. Okay, well, they're going to come at us pretty hard, try to come through here. Let's entrench, cancel. Yeah, we want to make sure we're entrenched straight south of us there. Now we are looking to push. That rail node. They can hold Luxembourg capital. I'd like another unit down here, so we may move him down. Well, let's move some of these. Let's see how this looks once we get a few more pushing in here. Well, let's start up here. just wanted to check to see if we were going to bump into anybody there. There we go, that's open. Let me get some of my most mobile divisions up forward. These guys have already done one force march. These guys haven't yet, so let's push into here. Thank you, beeping noise from truck outside. It's 6:30 in the morning my time. So, okay, so we've got that. Now this, I don't know of a quick way to get Liège, so we are going to be pushing around it, surrounding it, but we're going to keep moving. And we will attack it, and we will plan on reducing it down, but that is sort of like still to come. And I'm just figuring out how I can get around this as effectively as possible. These guys back in here. Okay, they can come right to here. Not usefully force march. Please be useful enough to get. Yeah, maybe. Get pushed into there. Now can these guys are morale 111, so let's see, we can, yeah, far south river's all right. You can see here, if we just moved it here, fine, but we can get all the way up to here with this. We have to take these carefully. Getting here today is better than... I don't know that we get much out of that. Okay, so that's pushing deep in there. I don't want to still play the old Avalon Hill strategy games. Oh, those were the days. I haven't in a long time, so no, I don't still play those, but that's definitely my background. Okay, let's see. Use you to scout to there. Okay, we're clear to here, so let's grab that. Yeah, you can come all the way up to there. That's a good force march. You've already force marched once, so we're not going to do that again with you, but we're coming up to cut that off. This is, I'm worried about. Okay, I think Metz can hold, so let's... I so want to do that, but I don't think we have the ability to do so, because they'll move in, cut us off, but maybe next turn we will. I think we need to hold Strasbourg for the moment with that. No, undo. 7 year, okay, I don't know that we need to hold that so much. 3, 1, 5. Well, let's move up here. So I think we're going to see a major offensive there. Oh, ASL, Advanced Squad Leader, though, those again were the days. Move these down here a little bit to support anything that's going here, or move up there as sort of the conditions warrant. Well, yeah, I think we have enough general sort of, yeah, core HQs. I don't think I've ever played Luftwaffe. I played things like Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, Panzer Blitz, Panzer Leader, Advanced Squad Leader, a lot of those games. Played a lot of that. Okay, now we can't move there yet because he just came in. All right, now we really don't yet have any units to rebuild, so I want to purchase. I'm going to purchase. Well, let's see. They're all going to be. Well, there's okay. We're going to start with some 24th. Okay, we're going to start with some heavy artillery, and yeah, we'll give it artillery weapons level 1. So we'll purchase that, and we will purchase recon bombers. Get those coming in. We have 225 left. That will get us 1 or 2 detachments. I think detachments are what I want, just to sort of hold gaps, sort of gapish rear areas in the line. I think we'll see the AI, if, so I'm worried that if Escht, or however you pronounce this little town here, I don't know how little, well, there's Luxembourg, it's a little town. If you leave something like that open, the AI has a tendency to grab it. So having a few, and you know, not quite so much rear areas, but not on the, you know, main front line spots, a few detachments like that can really help out. So we're going to get a couple of those in tricky spots. So let's end this turn. Yes, now I don't know if we're going to get any of those reinforcements in this playthrough today, in the first 2 hours. Now, okay. Yeah, just like this guy moved in. Hopefully they won't be able to take that. Yeah, good. Well, he pushed over to the far side. I don't know if that's going to be good for you or not. Depends on whether they can take this. That's going to be damaging, but... Strategic Command, World War I. Okay, Belgian fortress artillery bombards the Germans at Liège. I don't know if one of the devs can answer it, Bill or Herbert. I haven't noticed any specific effects, again, from this artillery bombardment. Maybe it's lowering morale or something of those units there, but I haven't specifically noticed an effect that I could detect. Again, you want to place these on rail lines to be able to strategically move them where you wish. Even the air unit here. It does lower morale. That's what I figured. I haven't looked at it that granularly. I haven't noticed any, major strength hits to it. But okay. So this is a bit worrisome for me. We just reinforce this. Will this max out? Yeah. Okay. Like I say, this is a bit worrisome. What I think we're going to do is... Oh, we're moving so much of the army up forward. We'll have some of these units come up pretty fast. So let's grab this. Yes, 18 MPP. And we want to come down, I guess, here. Oh, here. There we are. Okay, it's the sort of... There we go. So that way we now have, little stronger, a little more hold down in the south. I'm worried about having that turned. Yeah, I can imagine it being too powerful with that. Okay, he's in good strength. I haven't had him move up this far before on me. Okay, well, not that I don't like that little extra. Retreat back. Hold that town now. Yeah. I want to cut the railways here so the French won't be bringing up reinforcements to the Liège pocket that we're going to create here momentarily by doing this. Okay, we've now, by cutting off the railways here, we've effectively, they still have a secondary supply point, so they're not just going to completely starve, as best I understand it, but these guys can dig in. We want them dug in. Yeah. And so, but we've cut the rail links off, so basically they aren't getting any reinforcements. One of the starts, I didn't cut it off as quickly, and it might have actually been a good thing because they moved several French divisions in here and then cut them off and killed them, so that might, but it also sort of delaying our advance. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you can move to here. I don't know. Do I come here? Do I come here? Open town, or I don't know that it's open, but that keeps me wanting to come there. But let's push up this way to flank these units here. You come up to support that there. Okay, that's looking fairly good here. Probably should have had him dig in instead, but just awfully tempting for me to just want to take out a enemy division. Okay, and you can entrench. There we go. We're actually going to have you pull back to here because you're going to get reinforced next turn, but you can probably hold that from any probing attacks there. Now, the Liège fort is, and we can show it here, S for supplies, and then hit S again for next turn. You can see the supply is starting to peter out here because they're holding the railways. So, I'll turn that off. So this is one of the reasons I want to come up if I can get Namur with relative ease. I don't know that I will, but is just to sort of open up alternative supply routes as well. These guys will come up and replace the close garrison there. Let's first move these up. Okay, they've already forced marched once, and no, I'm not going to do that again. Oh, and if they want to come out of their fortress to some degree, I'm happy for that. You know, we can kill them easier outside of their fortress, so it's not a real big concern. How do you get through this damn forest? Good. I don't know. Up, down, down, around. Yeah, we'll go down through this way. That way we'll be maybe coming up faster along that track. Don't know that board game. Okay, so here we can fully reinforce, I hope. Yep, I thought. So we're holding okay down here, not great. Get them entrenched. Now these guys. I don't know how fast I'm going to get them there. We can use strategic rail as well here. So I think what we're going to do is maybe around here. Let's see what we can do. Yes. Let's move them here. We can shift them some more. We're going to use that strategic rail to keep them flexible. Now to purchase, let's see, we could do, I think 4 more detachments right now. You can see here it's just about everything is right now in August coming for us. So yeah, that's good.